are able to achieve democracy depends very much on how much support the people will give us.
The fight goes on in Myanmar, but Aung San Suu Kyi is now signalling a change of strategy. At 1300 hours GMT, you're watching the Al Jazeera Hour of News live from Doha. I'm Shiulie Ghosh.
And I'm Shakuntala Santhiran in Kuala Lumpur. Myanmar's pro-democracy icon said her country needs help and she'll support the lifting of sanctions if the people want it. And the world's most powerful nations promised to push for a free trade area at the APEC summit.
Also coming up in the next 60 minutes.
Happy to be alive, happy to be free.
Homeward bound, the British couple held by pirates are free. But what about the hundreds of other hostages still being held in Somalia? And get off our roads, stay out of our homes. Afghanistan's president says it's time the US military scaled back its presence in Afghanistan.
Welcome to the program. Well, just slightly over 24 hours after her much-anticipated release from house arrest, Aung San Suu Kyi has given the first hint of her future plans and hopes for Myanmar. Well, more from the Asia-Pacific this hour, including the leaders of China and Japan pledged better relations. Is this the end of their bitter conflict over a disputed island chain? That's coming up.
A British couple who've been held hostage by Somali pirates for over a year are now free. Paul and Rachel Chandler were seized on board their yacht as they sailed to Tanzania across the Indian Ocean. Sources say their release may have cost as much as $1 million. The couple are now on their way to the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, where we can join our reporter, Mohammed Ado. Mohammed, the Chandlers are on their way towards you. Is there any information about how they are, how they've been treated? Still to come here on the programme, a fight for survival for the families of the Chilean miners. Promises were made after the San Jose mine was shut last month, but were they actually kept? And a controversial cleric arrested in Lebanon. We'll be live in Beirut with the latest. Hello again, welcome back. Let's take you through the top stories on Al Jazeera now. A British couple who were kidnapped by Somali pirates last year have been freed. Paul and Rachel Chandler are now on their way to the Kenyan capital, Nairobi. More than 500 hostages are still being held captive on almost 30 vessels in Somali waters. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been presented with a package of US incentives to his cabinet aimed at reviving peace talks with the Palestinians. As part of the deal, Israel would agree to stop building settlements in the West Bank for 90 days. In return, the US is offering Israel 20 fighter jets and a new security agreement. And Myanmar's freed pro-democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi has spoken to supporters, saying she may support the case for sanctions against the country to be lifted if that's what the people want. Now, this year's Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit has wrapped up in Japan. For all the details on that, let's go back to Shakuntala in Kuala Lumpur.
Thanks, Shiulie. Well, APEC leaders have promised to take what they call concrete steps towards a regional free trade area. If they succeed, they would create the world's largest trading bloc, representing around 3 billion people. Stephanie Scowen has more from Yokohama. And that's all from us here in Kuala Lumpur. Back now to Doha.
Now, police in Lebanon have arrested a Muslim cleric who was sentenced in absentia to life imprisonment. Still to come here on Al Jazeera, Joe will be along with all the sport, including the very latest from the season-ending F1 Grand Prix. Plus, more magic from Messi as his team lift themselves to the top in Spain. Welcome back. Let's get the sport now. Here's Lady in Red, Jo.
Thank you very much, Shiulie. Yes, 4 drivers, 55 laps, and just one Formula One championship title up for grabs. And that's the sport for now.
Jo, thanks very much indeed for that. Don't go away. Back at the top of the hour with the headlines. Stay with us.